Alright, this is going to be my quick review on the SEGA Dreamcast as a console. And I'm just going to kind of show it off and explain to you what it is and check out the controller. And I actually have a black one here too. Black controller. A little customized controller here. And some accessories. So let's go over all this stuff. First off, as far as the console goes, a review for the console, it's great size. It's smaller than most consoles, a lot smaller than the PS3 or Xbox 360. Let me turn off this fan here, it'll be quieter. And yeah, I mean, it lasts a pretty long time. I've heard of people having trouble with disc read errors, but that's few and far between. It's just a great console, has 4 plug-in ports in the front, going like this, stick in there pretty good. And you know, overall I like the design, the color. There's the bottom of it there, nothing too special, stickers and vents. There's the back for the audio video out, and what is the serial port that there's a few things that use it, but hardly anything. I think there's actually a Neo Geo Pocket link cable for this thing. Isn't that weird? And then there's the power supply. But overall, this one's just pretty awesome. I had the Sega Sports edition. It actually said Sega Sports right there, but I kind of blacked it out. I need to work on that again, paint it again. It's starting to fade a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I like the black one. It's pretty sweet. The black looks aesthetically good. Let's move on to the controller. We'll go on this black one right here. It's got some dust in it. I have this black one I picked up a little bit ago. I'm going to go over the joystick first and the D-pad. The joystick's pretty good. It's made with a sharp plastic, but it works relatively well. You have to get one that's not stiff. I find seeing as they came out in '99, that most of the joysticks you get, unless they're brand new, are pretty stiff. So you got to check those. Check the D-pad. This one's really good. That's why I picked it up used a little bit ago. It's like $4. And there's 2 triggers on the back, just like that, for your racing games, stuff like that. And these buttons are all you really need, in my opinion. I will say that with the size of my hands, this controller kind of gets cramped after a while, especially using the triggers. But it's much more comfortable than, let me think, a lot of the previous controllers, especially for 3D games. You know, like, for example, the 3D controller on the Sega Saturn. This is just an improved version of that, basically. And Xbox went ahead and copied and improved upon this one a little bit. And here's the VMU. They come with 2 slots in the back. The VMU is pretty sweet. It has buttons, and it's like a little Game Boy, really. I wish they made better games for this thing. It could have been like a little Game Boy. The best game, in my opinion, would be the Skies of Arcadia pirate shooting game for this. Everything else is pretty trashy. There's a Chow game for Sonic that's kind of cool, where it's like a Gigapet, and you just basically care for it and feed it and do stupid stuff like that. But these things are pretty sweet. I mean, who would think to have a memory card be a little downloadable game system? So if you think about it, like the PS Vita, which came out not too long ago, that's all downloadable. This is all downloadable, and it's a handheld. So Sega kind of innovated for that one, even though this is kind of a failure and no good games came out. At least they had the idea. And we're just going to move on to this thing. This click. Some people like clicks. Me, not such a big fan. This is going to be the Top Max arcade stick for the Sega Dreamcast. You can see right here, it's for the Dreamcast. It works pretty good. The buttons all work good. Turbo, blah, everything you want. I will say that the VMU has issues reading from this. I don't know if it's just this one or what, but the VMU doesn't work very well. And we'll move on to these little accessories. This thing's pretty cool. I picked it up online a while ago. It's a Super DC converter, and basically you can use a PC keyboard, steering wheel, or joypad from PlayStation right there. So it doesn't work with the DualShock 2. It works with the PlayStation controller. And there's your little port for your keyboard, so I can play Typing of the Dead. And it'll switch between them going into the Dreamcast. So that thing will be kind of useful once I get Typing of the Dead, which I'm trying to get to. No, I just noticed it's kind of cool. It has the symbol there. Oddly enough, that's not the exact symbol. If you look the way it is. Oh yeah, it is. It's pretty close. It's pretty similar. But anyway, yeah, that's my overall view of the hardware on the controller for the Dreamcast. It apparently outputs S-Video. I bought an S-Video cable for it, and it didn't work on my TV. And I sent it back, and they sent me another one. That one didn't work. So I don't know if it was just a bad cable company I got it from or what, but I hear this thing looks great in S-Video. And there's a lot of emulators and stuff like that you can download off the internet and burn to CDs. This thing plays CDs. It originally supported GD-ROMs, which is pretty much a CD with a little more space. It held like a gig, I believe, or maybe like 1.2 or something like that. A little more than a CD. But at any rate, in any case, the Dreamcast is probably my number 1 or number 2 favorite console of all time. I'm going to go ahead and say it's my number 1, just because I really wanted one when it came out. I got them when they got cheap, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I still play it to this day. There's a lot of great releases and a lot of great emulators and some homebrew games that are pretty tight. I've been playing this emulator called Neo for All lately, which is a Neo Geo emulator, which was a really expensive arcade-based console from back in the day, and this thing handles it perfectly. All the games on it. So if you don't want to go get a Neo Geo or a Neo Geo CD, and you want to play those great arcade games with the really high-res sprites and the really nice gameplay, you would want to get the Dreamcast. And let me just recommend, if you want to download games, go to Google and type in Dreamcast ISO, and there'll be a lot of different websites. Really easy way to do it. Use Disk Juggler, and you can burn games for this thing. And I, of course, go buy the classics that you can burn and have some fun with some emulators and stuff like that. And here it is, the Dreamcast. Oh, and here's the famous Seaman microphone. And I guess you could technically use this in some games like Alien Front Online and record little messages to your friends, like talking trash or whatever. It goes in right here. Oh, come on. Oh, let's have it on backwards. Huh. And there's that. So you can be jibber-jabbing while you're playing your games, kind of like an Xbox. But there you go. There's the Dreamcast and its little VMU. Hopefully this was enlightening for someone who is interested in the Dreamcast, and thanks for watching my video. See ya.